Bill's Media and the Arts podcast, where I talk about music, movies, and books, and I bring you the content that most won't, and interviews and etc. So check out Bill's Media and the Art podcast for your media needs. Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Bill here, and I want to talk to you today about an independent group. First of all, I kind of want to just say that when I started this podcast here back a while back, I was looking for I wanted it to be more about independent artists, even though, I've got a lot of mainstream stuff on this channel and everything and on this podcast. But I have interviewed and had this band on my podcast for a few times here. And basically what I'm talking about is the band Jacob's Well. They have a new album out. And it's called Harvest Wind. Okay. Or an EP. It's only 8 songs. And they're an independent group out of Florida. And that does all their, they manufacture, they go through and they, do all they find a studio, do the recording, they do all the stuff. They don't have a record label in or anything, so it's all self-financed and everything. But they're kind of a like Appalachian country gospel, a little bit of rock and roll, maybe some other stuff, kind of all mixed in together. Just depends on what you get and what the song calls for and everything. But this album here is, I think, a little bit different from any of the other stuff that they've done. It has a really good mixture of a lot of just different things, from everything from like gospel to rock and there's some songs that sound like could almost be rock and roll, to some really good like Appalachian. Just it's all mixed up and it's all great songs. And the 8 songs are called The Vineyard, Lonely White Crow, This Weary Traveler, Chasing the Wind, Thirsty, Harvest Wind, In Bed with Jezebel, and Forever Home. And that's the backside of the album. It's got all the credits and everything on it. You could probably pause and see it if you want to. But I love that cover because I was telling the guys in the band that it almost reminds you of something like an Edgar Allan Poe book cover. And the thing with this album is, here's the funny thing. They had put this album, this EP out earlier. I think it was either last year or earlier this year. And it's got 5 songs on it. Moonshine Creek, Foggy Carolina Morning, Struck by Your Love, Take Me to the Mountains, Carolina Breeze, and Let It Fly. And basically what they done was, this is more of like a kind of like more happier, more upbeat, more kind of thing, where this is a little bit more of a darker thing. And that's why instead of doing the whole album, they did kind of like 2 EPs, because this is just a little bit more, I don't really want to say heavy, but just like the tone and the lyrics and everything are a little bit darker than Jacob's Well is mainly known for. But I want to show y'all something really cool. And being an independent band and financing everything themselves and everything, they really do a lot of times go out and try to give you the best for what you pay for. And this is the booklet that come with the CD, right? And I want to show y'all something. This is like really cool. This almost kind of reminds me of like something you'd have bought in the old day with like on parchment paper, handwritten. Like inside, like there's the first song to The Vineyard. It says The Vineyard, Isaiah 5, chapter 5, verses 1 through 6. I mean, look at that right there. Ain't that cool looking? And then you've got the next song, the next two songs, Lonely White Crow and The Weary Traveler. I just love this booklet, how it's laid out and everything. You just don't find stuff like this anymore. Chasing the Wind, classic. Is that exactly? I can't even pronounce that, but it's chapter 1, 13 through 14. And then you also got Thirsty, the lyrics for that too. Like, I mean, come on, check that out. Ain't that cool? And then you've got Harvest Wind, In Bed with Jezebel. I mean, that's just so cool, guys. And the last song, Forever Home, and Another Picture. Right? And then on the back, you've got the Parable of the Weary Traveler. Or no, is that the Parable of the Weeds? Oh, the Parable of the Weeds. Matthew 13, chapter 13, 24 through 30. Right? So that's pretty cool. That's why I'm saying, like, they're mainly like kind of Christian, but they do other stuff too, and like really cool. And so this right here, it also come with this, and it's like a story that ties into the CD. It's called the Harvest Wind: The Story of a Weary Traveler, right? And it's composed by Jamie Height, which is one of the members of the band. So you can pick these CDs here up on or at least this CD I know definitely. If you go to PayPal and type in Jacob's Well merch at gmail.com, send them $15 and you can get this CD with the booklet and the story. I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys, if you're into, like I say, like country, you're in a little bit of gospel, a little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of Appalachian. Sometimes I even say like a little bit of bluegrass. You will love this album and you will love this band. And they got a Facebook page. It's Jacob's Well. I think it's like 7 something other. I was trying to see if they had on any of the albums here where their Facebook page was. Now, I'm gonna show you what. Now I know this album here definitely is on all major digital stores. You can go in and buy it. And I would say it's on Spotify, but don't hold me to that, right? But like here's like there's second full length album called The Climb. And then you got another EP here called Jacob's Wells Mountain Air, which has I think 3 songs on it. Yeah, Bryson City Breakdown, The Weary Traveler, and Mountain Air. Now I wanted to say something about this album right quick. The version of The Weary Traveler on this is a little bit more of acoustic version, a little bit different from what's on that record. They went in and re-recorded it because they said there was, more they wanted to do with the song. And then, like I said, this is the album that came before that. And then you have their first studio full-length album called Bitter Days, which is really good, but it's more kind of more of acoustic album. Might have some few guitars in there and stuff, but really great album, really great. And then this was their very first EP they put out called Outbound Train. And I know that at one time this was on is it not? Is it? Well, is iTunes. I know it was on iTunes at one time. So I'm thinking all those albums are on iTunes and all digital stores, but don't hold me to it. And just to double check what I was saying about Jacob's Well is yeah, there it's just called Jacob's Well. And they also have merchandise like t-shirts and hoodies and other stuff like that on the site Etsy or Etsy or however you say it, or Etsy or however you want to pronounce it. You can they have t-shirts and hoodies and stuff over there. But so what I'm getting at, guys, is I love independent artists. I support independent artists. I'm an independent author myself, and so I try to bring as much awareness as I can to independent artists as I can, and that's pretty much it. I just wanted to tell you guys about this because I just think it's a really great album. It's also on YouTube, and I'll try to put some links in the description at the end of this video, and you can go there and check it out for yourself or whatever. But if you can pick it up and pick the CD version of this up, do it. Help support the artists or whatever, so they can keep continuing the things that they're doing. And other than that, I just want to say thank you and thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. And this is Bill saying, have a great day. Take care.